Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom. This is a continuation of the tarot card reading portion of BMI, not BMI, B.U.I, B.U.T, and B.U.I.T, B.U.It, B.U.I, B.U.T, or B.U.It. This is the tarot portion. This will be the start of a new card and a new deck for the same reading. I was interrupted, but we will begin right here. The card that was pulled is the Three of Stones. Okay, and this card is from the Carol Bridges Medicine Woman Inner Guidebook. So it's a tarot deck. And let's just get started with what is given from her perspective as the creator of the deck. And then we'll get into the specific spiritual wisdom of why this card came forward for this particular topic. Okay, so bear with me and let's get started. Excuse me for fidgeting and readjusting. It is what it is. Okay. Done. Okay. Three of Stones. Gathering together. And this is the prayer of this card. Now that I see my potential, I am gathering the tools, materials, and people, and the place in which I can work with them to actualize my goal. I have a beginning planned, and I am presenting it. I am assembling whatever will help me to create my goods. I give thanks to Earth Mother for wood and clay and water and fire and metal and stone from which all things are created. The forces are with me now. Lesson of this card. Gather together everything you have that would help you create the material thing on which you are currently focusing. Think of the people who are empowered to assist you. These would be people who have done it before, people who produce the resources you need, people who utilize the services, or people who are always verbally and emotionally supportive of endeavors such as yours. They would not necessarily be relatives and friends. At this stage, never share with a skeptic an idea you have chosen to manifest. Look at your skills and see what step of the manifestation you can immediately perform. Do it now. You can increase knowledge as you go. If schooling is required, be sure you have time to continually manifest a part of your dream as you go. You have what it takes to manifest everything you want and need, but your energy and resources must have a clear path opened in yourself before the road will open before you in the material world. Do what you can do now enthusiastically. In time, your energy will draw to you everything else needed. Trust in yourself and go forward. You are at the blueprint stage of success. Be meticulous in your plan. Gather assistance. That is so powerful. That is so very powerful, beloveds. And it truly goes to the topic of the beauty. B.U.T, your thoughts and your feelings. B.U.I, are you of the earth? Do you see that? Do you know? Are you at one with the beauty of the earth? Or are you B.U.T with the beauty that crosses your mind and your thoughts and your feelings? Which do you carry? Which are you rooted in? Which do you grow from? Which do you identify with most? Which is going to reward you most? Which is going to help you expand? And are you aware of your oneness, your intertwining with this, your rootedness with your sense of what is spiritually beautiful, sensually beautiful, and how intertwined it is into manifesting the things that you need, and understanding that everything that you have gone through up to this point has been stepping stones to get you to this point. And now the things that are no longer serving you, you need to clear them out. You need to clear away those thoughts and those feelings and those attachments to those things. Even if they're limitations, you need to untether yourself, unbind yourself. Set yourself free from the limitations of only being able to expand so far, to grow so far, to know so much, to do so much. What the Three of Stones is, again, bringing into context the three B's: B.U.I, B.U.T, or B.U.It. Once again, this is the three strands making a braid. This is what you need to identify with. And you need to see it as potential now, and understand that everything that you have been gathering up until this point has been the material or the tools that you need to go forward in your endeavors, in your creation, in your creativity, in your expanding your conscious awareness, even, beloveds. It is all intertwined. It is all interwoven. It has a lot to do with everything and the flow of everything that has been, and understanding that that flow is an eternal flow. It is, you are right where you need to be, beloveds. You're right where you need to be. You are in the position that you need to be in. And it is up to you now to realize that you have the magnetic ability to attract the abundance. No, I don't like it like that. Sorry. You have it within you to attract the abundance that you need to do whatever is in your womb to do, whatever it is you are desiring to do, to bring into this world of physical senses of consciousness. Bring it with your spirituality. Bring it with your unique presence. Bring it with your desires, beloved. Bring it with your highest intent. And understand the melding of spirit, flesh, and earth. Those three energies, those three forces, okay? Those three substances. And understand how they are interwoven within each other. And the communication that needs to happen with them, between them, for them. The connecting of the dots, so to speak, beloved, okay? And that is that card. And let's move forward because we have a couple more. The next card is coming from the 2013 Oracle. Ancient Keys to the 2012 Awakening by David Carson and Nina Sammons. art by B.U.T. And this is the card that was pulled. Hold on one second. This is the card that was pulled. There we go. This card is numbered 4, and it is the temple sanctum. We search for the sanctum within the four-sided temple of self. 4 is the magic number of completion. The sanctum represents the complete understanding of our spiritual purpose and a realization of the highest self. This is our search and our destiny. The heart of the world has a huge emerald with a serpent and an eagle engraved upon it. This stone was a symbol for the temple. The serpent and bird symbolized the feathered serpent. The feathered serpent, Quetzalcoatl, built 4 temples, each facing a different cardinal direction. The eastern temple was built entirely of turquoise. The southern temple was built of pink seashells. The western temple was blue-green quetzal feathers. These 4 temples represented the quarters of the world. Each segment harmonized and aligned with the seeker, with cosmic forces. Each temple taught an aspect of the bearing of Venus to the sun. Each temple taught a bearing of Venus to the sun. Turquoise, pink seashells, Quetzalcoatl feathers. Wow, okay. Temple taught how these celestial phenomena correlated to life on Earth. From these correlations came a system of divination and structure that formed harmonious cultures. Our age is the embodiment of all 4 previous suns, and as such we have invented time. But time as we know it will end, and end with the coming of the next sun. So that is very prophetic. That is very moving. And again, this was 2012 awakening. So understand in 2022 how far out we are from that, from this teaching, and where we are in the middle of it, where we are at the beginning and ending of these cycles of the sun. Okay? Temple represents the impulse to seek a spiritual path. Jaguar guardians stand at the door hidden within invisible planes. So funny because, not funny, but it's so appropriate because right now the aspect of spirit that is speaking is blue butterfly jaguar woman. That is how she identifies herself. That is the name given. And so pay attention to what is being said, beloveds. Being said as far as cycles and seasons, is being said as far as the jaguar, is being said with the blue-green feathers and with blue butterfly woman feathers, wings, again, not feathers, but wings. So here we go, beloveds. Let me read this once again, okay? Temple represents the impulse to seek a spiritual path. Jaguar guardians stand at the door hidden within invisible planes. Quail dart and whirl in the courtyard. A floppy-eared rabbit races by. A pursuing coyote soon follows. Quetzal birds preen themselves on the limb of a lush tree. A taper in procession with a picari saunter toward a flowering bush. 4 eagles soar on wind currents and give shrill cries. A sleek puma traipses through the dense foliage and disappears out of sight. A dove coos, and an owl hoots in a throaty hoo. An elegant blue heron pecks open a shellfish, and in a lily-covered sacred pond, a silver fish jumps in the air and makes a splash. What a beautiful scenario, beloveds. Pay attention to the colors, pay attention to the frequencies, pay attention to the harmony of the animals that were just given. Do your due diligence to understand deeper meanings from them by looking them up individually as spirit animals or spirit totems, or, however you need to do that. Why am I playing with my hair? Okay, sorry. The temple breathes. It is a living entity. It teaches of the coming ages. Inside the feathered serpent's temple are masses of flowers, feathered hangings, and mosaics of precious stones. Whatever temple Quetzalcoatl visits, the air is filled with sweet perfume that delights the senses. All manner of singing birds keep him company. Temple points to our place of origin. Temple is a world within worlds. A temple networks with every other temple. A temple in Guatemala connects with an earth temple in Ohio. All temples are related energetically. There are temples of every size and description. There are sacred earth mounds, which were temples. Some temples are ancient and falling to ruin, with twisting vines growing over their broken faces. Others glint in the sun and are built of solid marble. Of the known temples, Temple of the Sun and Temple of the Moon are the most famous. Then there are the Temple of the Jaguars and the Temple of the Magicians, the Temple of Warriors and Venus observatories, and so on. There are many thousands of temples. These monuments all have one thing in common. Contained within their sacred geometry is a secret place that takes one into the deepest reaches of the human spirit. This hidden place is called the sanctum. And the earth is also the human sanctum. Okay? That is why we are made up of the earth mother. That is why she is our mother. She is our sanctum as well. And she is our temple. She is the temple. She is the living temple of our living spirits. Again, we are dealing with the numbers 3 and 4 coming through this particular window door. 2012 and 2022. The fact that we are speaking of Earth, the fact that we are speaking of the beauty of Earth, of B.U.I, B.U.T, or B.U.It. Once again, you have to look at the entirety of the videos in order to get the true essence and the true revelation of the messages that are coming through, because all are interwoven. All are, even though they seem to be me messing up, I feel that they are all stopped when they need to, and they all continue when they need to, and everything in this whole communication process right now is very synchronistic in its contact, in its communication, in its way. And the message is very clear, because it's not only coming from me, but it's coming from all these other sources. And when I say coming from me, understand that that is a million billion particles of sources, okay? Every atom, every molecule, every particle, every cell, every substance, every tissue is speaking to you of what it knows, what it holds, what it contains. It's speaking in the beauty language, B.U.I language, the mother tongue. So it's very profound, beloveds. Let me continue. And for this to say the temple breathes, and for you to understand what the sanctum and the inner sanctum is, and that we live upon the earth from within the earth as spiritual beings. So understand what we're being told in this moment, that the earth is our inner sanctum, and we are not treating it as such. We are not identifying it as such, and we are not identifying with it as such. And that this is what we need to do, okay? Whatever temple Quetzalcoatl visits, the air is filled with sweet perfume that delights the senses. All manner of singing birds keep him company. Temple points to our place of origin. Temple is a world within worlds. A temple networks with every other temple. And I read this, and I'm going to keep going now, okay? This hidden place is called the sanctum. So in every temple, there is a sanctum. And what I'm being told is that in the earth, on the earth, the hidden sanctums is us, is human beings, within the hearts of each of us. Each of us is a temple. Within each of us is a sanctum, inner sanctum. And we are